On Friday, September 19th, Lake Orion's girls flag football team hosted the Avondale Yellowjackets in the second week of a pilot fall season. The Dragons kicked off the season at Waterford Kettering High School on September 12th and came away with a win. Could they keep it going in the home opener? Early on, the Dragons have the ball on their own 37-yard line. Madison Clues is in at quarterback. She takes the snap, hands it off to Lillian Cox, who goes left, evades multiple tackles, and finds the end zone. 43 yards for the first TD of the game. The extra point was good, and the Dragons take the early lead, 7-0. The Yellowjackets try to answer. On 2nd and 10 near midfield, quarterback Kanaya Rowe takes the snap and throws it into a crowd. The Dragons' Kelsey King picks it off at the 26 and takes it all the way back, just barely getting into the end zone before her flag is pulled. A pick six. The extra point was good, and the Dragons are up 14-0. On the Dragons' next possession, Allie Thompson is in at quarterback and faces a 2nd and 10 on Avondale's 24-yard line. She takes the snap, hands off to Lillian Cox, who goes left, turns on the jets, and finds the end zone. The extra point was good, and the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead, 21-0. With the first half running down, the Yellowjackets desperately need a score. With the ball on the Dragons' 11-yard line, Mylan Holland is in at quarterback. She takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and hits Sydney Banks for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good, and the half ends with the Dragons leading 21-6. In the second half, Avondale has the ball on their own 9-yard line. Holland pulls down a high snap and throws up a jump ball. It's snagged by the Dragons' Gianna Mascarella and goes the other way for the touchdown. Sailor Papadelis makes a great catch for the extra point, and the Dragons take a commanding lead, 28-6. With 9:20 left in the game, the Dragons have the ball on the Yellowjackets' 15. Papadelis takes the handoff, dodges tacklers, and tries to bulldoze her way into the end zone, but her flag is pulled just shy of the goal line. 2 plays later, Maya Patel is in at quarterback. She hits Reagan Zale in the end zone for the short TD. The PAT was good, and the Dragons are up 35-6. The Dragons tacked on 2 more scores to make the final score 47-6. What an impressive victory. I caught up with the co-head coaches after the game.
First of all, how do you select the team? What's the process?
We started out with over about 60 girls coming out for the team. Then we had 3 days of tryouts. We ran through a combine of both physical skills and also skill work, and we narrowed it down to 40.
Okay. Now, I was told there's a spring league, so this is is an experimental fall league?
Yeah, so right now, a lot of the 6 schools that are participating right here in the fall, we're trialing this season. When you take a look at opportunities for a lot of our girl athletes up at the high school, the fall is lacking for a lot of opportunities for them. So by adding this really gives them a chance to come out and show their skills, especially on a Friday night in Lake Orion. Can't beat it.
The fall season, the athlete that you're able to get, the multi-sport athlete, is just tremendous. You're tapping into your soccer players, your lacrosse players, your girls who track runners, softball players, and also the girls that don't have a sport. This then becomes their sport. And it's just what a tremendous opportunity to bring all those athletes together and really showcase women's athletics.
So who ultimately makes that decision at the OAA?
I think that will come down between the OAA if they continue the fall pilot season, and then eventually the MHSAA as they continue to determine any additional sports into the future.
Awesome. That's great. Anything else? What can you say about these girls coming out here and playing?
All I know is that when we started, we took a poll. How many of you have played football before? And we had 40 girls who had never played football before. And just watching how much they've grown in 2 weeks, 6 practices, is incredible. I've coached different teams before, but every day these girls are locked in, they're ready to go. It's really a pleasure being out there with them.
Here come your Lake Orion Dragons.
Following the entertaining flag football game, the Dragons varsity football team took to the field to face the undefeated West Bloomfield Lakers. Could the Dragons notch their first win of the season? Let's find out. Things got off to a rough start for the Dragons when the Lakers' Obi Duru fields the kickoff inside the 20. He skirts the left sideline and outraces defenders, but is tripped up at the 7-yard line by Max Nearing. On 1st and goal, Jamal Shakespeare is in the Wildcat. He takes the snap and plows through multiple defenders to reach the end zone. The Bryce Coburn PAT was good, and the Lakers take a 7-0 lead just 20 seconds into the game. Following a turnover on downs, the Lakers have a 1st and 10 on Lake Orion's 33. Quarterback Jackson Carver mishandles the snap. Number 35, Alex Hensley, falls onto it to give the Dragons the ball and a new drive. On 1st and 10, senior Brody Thompson is in shotgun. He takes the snap, tucks it away, finds a hole, and goes 16 yards before getting tackled. On 2nd and 6 from the 30, Thompson is under center. He hands off to Don Hawkins Jr., who is tackled just shy of the goal line. On 1st and goal, Thompson's quarterback keeper results in 6 points. The PAT was good, and the Dragons tie things up at 7 with 5:48 left in the first. With 7:30 left in the second, a Sam Powers field goal gives the Dragons a 10-7 lead. Facing a 1st and 10 at the Dragons' 44, Carver is under center. He hands off to Will Espy, who goes right up the middle and scampers 44 yards into the end zone to regain the lead. The PAT was no good, 13-10 Lakers. With 9:33 left in the first half, the Lakers have a 1st and 10 on their own 41. Carver is under center. He drops back and hits Willie Edwards, who races down the sideline and is taken down at the 10 for a 49-yard gain. On 2nd and 1, Shakespeare bounces it to the right, and he goes in for the score. The PAT was good, and the Lakers are up 20-10 with 8:35 left in the half. Facing a 4th and 10, the Dragons are forced to punt from their own 19-yard line. Fielded by Khalik Robinson at the 45, he runs laterally to the opposite side of the field and then outraces defenders along the sideline into the end zone. The extra point was no good, but the Lakers extend their lead 26-10 with 6:48 left in the third. A 1-yard Shakespeare TD made the score 33-10 in the third. On the final play of the game, Anderson Adams is under center for the Dragons. He takes it in himself to make the final score 33-16 in favor of the Lakers. West Bloomfield improves to 4-0 while the Dragons fall to 0-4. We caught up with Dragons head coach Chris Bell after the game.
Yeah, we had so many opportunities in the first half. I thought we moved the ball well. But to only come away with 10 points in the first half, I mean, we should have been in the 20s, and that really would have put pressure on them. I thought our defense played well. They gave us many opportunities. Just turnovers, missed assignments, we missed a field goal. Against a team like that, you got to cash in on those and really put pressure on those guys. In the second half, they came out and they just took it to us. We had a hard time getting their linebackers. They made it tough sledding in there, and then we kept shooting ourselves. It's hard to see, but some missed assignments, some exchange issues, just things that can't happen, controllable things that we just have to clean up. So we're getting there. I mean, we're close. I just feel like we're a couple weeks behind, and that happens when you're inexperienced, and we've had some new guys in there with our injuries, but we just have to accelerate this thing and get better, bottom line.
The Dragons stay at home on Friday, September 26th to host their crosstown rivals, the Oxford Wildcats, in the battle for the 00 trophy. Arrive early to watch the flag football team take on Troy Athens. From Dragon Stadium, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV Sports.